What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Man, we have a special treat for you guys today. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be working on the Ducati today, and that's because I'm still waiting for the windshield for this bike. I did get a notification though that it should be here in about a day or two. And then the other key thing is I booked this bike in for a service at Ducati because if you guys remember, there was an oil service light that was flashing on the dash, which meant that this bike is due for its oil service. So I booked it in, but unfortunately the date that I got is like a week from now. Some of you guys are probably wondering why I don't just do the oil service myself, because it's literally just an oil and oil filter change. But I'll share a little bit more why I chose to go to Ducati in the next episode. Okay, but like I said, today's not about the Ducati, guys, because I've got something special for you guys today. So drum roll, please. If you guys haven't guessed it already, we've got a brand new project. So yeah, let me go ahead and get this bike out of the garage and bring in the new project. Oh, and while I do that, you guys are more than welcome to hop in the comments and let me know what you guys think the bike is before I go and get it. So yeah, I think let's go get this bike. Welcome, our K7 GSXR 750. I know, you guys are probably like, what in the world is going on here? But I promise you guys, it looks much worse than it actually is. It's really not that bad, guys, and I know we can do this. I mean, we only have to worry about this tank, this bracket that's bent, the handlebars that are completely gone, the switch that's smashed, the rectifier that's seen better days, the stator cover that's got a big hole there and it's leaking oil, the missing shift lever and the foot peg, this bent rear subframe, these scuffs on the frame and on these casings, this bent brake lever, some chipped off paint, a broken off front stay bracket, brake and clutch levers that are scraped up, a cracked expansion tank and a radiator that's bent and won't close, a scuffed up throttle, a wiring harness that's cut completely off, wheels that are chipped off, and a non-existent front end. Other than those few little things, this bike is mint. Okay, in all seriousness, guys, there's quite a bit to do here, but I still maintain it's not as bad as it looks. The key here is one, we've got a key, the bike starts up, it runs, and we don't have any frame damage. We did fire it up with the previous owner just to make sure that the engine is all good before we bought it. And yes, guys, the guy is still alive and kicking and he's all healed up. We also managed to get some of the things that were on the bike from the previous owner, like the dash, the front headlight, some of the broken up fairings, the battery, the tail light, and some other miscellaneous stuff. He even gave us the original exhaust. I don't know what we're gonna do with that. But hey, it's good to have though. So yeah, guys, this is definitely going to be an interesting rebuild. There's definitely lots that we need to do on that bike. But like I said, I know we can do it. A lot of the stuff is just bolt off, bolt on. So it should run smoothly. Fingers crossed we don't find any surprises, guys. But yeah, I'm not gonna leave you guys high and dry. I'm gonna give you guys a startup of this bike, but there's a couple of things that we need to do before we fire it up. So as you guys saw, the stator cover has a big hole right over there. So if we try fire this bike up, it's just gonna leak oil all over the place. I mean, it's already dripping right over there. So we managed to get a new stator cover that we're gonna fit on this bike, and then we're gonna top the bike up with oil just so we can fire it up and hear it run for a little bit longer. Unfortunately, we can't let it run for too long because I don't know how much coolant we have in there. Plus, we can't close up this radiator. So we'll top it up, and the moment it starts getting a little bit hot, we'll shut the bike off. I also think since we're putting in fresh oil, we might as well change out that oil filter, put in a new one, and then yeah, we'll at least know that we've got one less thing to do later. So yeah, guys, let's do all of that, and then I think we should be good to fire this bike up. quick inspection of our drain plug. We're not seeing any metal shavings or anything like that. You always want to check your drain plug whenever you're changing your oil, just to see if there's anything going bad in your engine. This will easily tell you if you've got something you need to worry about. So we're looking good here. I'm pretty happy with that, since obviously this is a used bike. You don't know the history of it, so pretty happy we're not finding any metal shavings or anything like that. So yeah, let's move on to the oil filter. Oil filter is out, and I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised because we've got an OEM Suzuki oil filter, so that either tells me, you know, the service was done at the dealership, or the previous owner used OEM parts, or this thing hasn't been changed ever since the bike was bought. But this looks, it doesn't look too worn out, so I think the guy just used OEM parts, which is a good sign. So yeah guys, the oil is draining, so let's move on to taking out the stator cover. Okay, we got this first cover out, and whew, we almost lost the washer. Okay, so now we have to undo this bolt, and then we should be good to take out this whole entire piece. And just like that, we've got our stator cover off with our stator. Now what we need to do is transfer this whole stator along with the wiring into our new cover. So here's our new cover right over here. Let's see how it looks like. Oh yes. Woo. Whoa. I love new parts. All right guys, we pretty much have this thing ready to fire up. We've got our brand new stator cover right over here. It's looking nice. We don't have any more leaks like before, so we should be good. We've got our oil filter right over there. The bike is topped up with oil. We also topped the radiator up with some distilled water. We don't have a radiator cap right over here, but we should be good because we're not going to run this bike for too long. We don't have a dash, so we can't tell the temperature. So we're going to fire it up just long enough to hear the bike. And then we've got our battery mounted up, nice and charged up, ready to fire this baby up, guys. So yeah, I think we're all good as far as the things we needed to do to start up this bike. Let me grab my keys and let's hear this thing run.
I don't know why bugs are coming back.
Yo!
I don't know why the traumas are coming back.
Well, I guess I'll catch you guys on the next one. Just kidding, guys, but we're not really sure what's going on with the bike. It starts up fine, but it won't keep an idle. My immediate thought was that we could have a bad fuel pump because as you can see, the tank is pretty smashed up. We could have a vacuum leak also somewhere on the airbox because that's also below the tank that's smashed. Or it could be the plugs. It literally could be anything, guys, but we can't tell because we don't have a dash. So I think in the next episode, we're gonna prioritize fixing the wiring so we can hook up the dash and potentially see what code it throws. But I'm gonna have to wrap it up here, guys. If you guys have any thoughts, any ideas on what the issue could be, let me know in the comments. Hit the like button, guys, if you're enjoying this new build series and if you're looking forward to see us completely transform this Jigsaw 750. Oh, and one other thing, don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.